Let's talk sustainability.
Let's talk about you and me.
Please, YouTube, do not remove my video, please. What's up, guys? So today's video is going to be about my personal journey to a more sustainable lifestyle, which I fail at all the time, but I'm really trying. Wherever you are in your sustainability journey, please sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of something that's not in plastic, and let's get going. So I'm going to start at the beginning. A very good place to start. Okay, so I'm gonna start actually when I was born, because why not? Let's just flip all the pages back and start at the beginning. I was raised kind of in a very alternative way in the countryside, homeschooled, only child. It was a weird existence. My parents were very blue collar, middle class people who taught me to save and reuse and just make things last. And we recycled, of course, and kind of had a little bit of a compost thing going on as well. And my parents are both just really good stewards of the earth, honestly. And I'm really thankful to have had that upbringing. We were not even well off enough to like afford the trash pickup recycling. So we would take it to this landfill. They have goats and like wildlife that lives there for the upkeep, and then they have like on top of the hill of this landfill there's like a park and an overlook. So like on the weekends, like families are just going up there taking their kids and like eating PB&Js and like swinging on the swings on a landfill. That's a little insight into what life was like in my small hometown. Great values, I guess, to instill. Unfortunately, they did not transfer over as much when I moved to the city. I just find that living in the city is so much harder to maintain a sustainable lifestyle. I have let so much slip over the years to the point where finally I kind of had you could, I guess, say breakdown or spiritual reawakening. And I think those are usually one and the same. Where it was this past May, it was like 2 months into the pandemic, and I was just kind of being bombarded and sent like these messages from the universe of YouTubers and people I knew, like my therapist, for instance, who were talking about sustainability online, and especially fast fashion and how terrible it is for the environment, how much pollution and waste it creates. And I started to evaluate my own wardrobe and my own closet and how I had excess of everything, and how, as much as I've tried to thrift and be vigilant about my purchases, unfortunately most of the stuff I had in my closet was fast fashion. Again, a lot of it was thrifted, but still it was time for a change. So also I'm gonna leave the link in the description of my therapist's video, because she literally purged her whole closet, and then I got the inspiration and did it myself. So shout out to her for inspiring this whole thing. It was all like a big domino effect, but that's kind of really how it started. I was quarantined at home and like got rid of everything. I'm going to show you that process now because I have video footage of it all. So please sit back and enjoy my unraveling. All right, guys, so something that has been on my mind and soul during all of quarantine is becoming more sustainable and eco-friendly, because I feel like I leave way too much of an ecological footprint. So I've been getting rid of stuff. I've been purging and spring cleaning. But next is wardrobe, because another thing that's been on my mind and that I've just been inundated recently with is how bad fast fashion is, how unethical it is, and unsustainable. Okay, so this was me yesterday cleaning out my horrifying closet. I didn't get a good before photo that was accurate, so everything looks like a complete show. Typically it's not that bad, but it was yesterday because I was purging. So that's the before. That's like the most accurate before I have. So here is the after. This is my half. This is Chris's half. We got rid of a lot. It's still a lot compared to what we could have if we really want to be more minimalist. But for now, I'm keeping pretty much everything I have is winter clothes. I have no summer clothes, but I'm gonna be ordering some stuff from some sustainable companies, and once I do, then I'm gonna get rid of even more so I can make room for the new stuff. So yeah, that is what it looks like now. So this is unreal. This is everything I'm getting rid of. I have no words. All right, for those of you who are actually still following along on this journey where I'm finally taking accountability of my fashion choices, which I should have done a long time ago, and it's really crazy and embarrassing that I haven't yet. I just cleaned out my entire closet of anything that was fast fashion or unethically or non-sustainably made as far as I researched, and no. That was yesterday. Pretty much it's all done. And now I'm on to clothes that I can't give away because they're too worn, but I don't want to just discard of them. So I'm going to cut them up into little fabric pieces that will basically be little cloths so that I can slowly institute those within the household and not use or buy paper towels. And we'll rewash them and reuse them. And that will be cutting down on paper products. So as you can see, I got rid of a lot. The main reason I wanted to do this was to change things over to more sustainable minded practices, but also I am by no means a minimalist, but I just like having less, and I like embracing certain minimalist aspects. And I just find I'm much more clear-headed when there's less. We really don't need much, and we're so used to in American culture with these big houses and all this square footage to just keep and hoard and buy and like fill our homes with all this useless stuff that we don't need. The more I purge, the better I feel. And I purge often. That was by no means my first time purging. However, that was my first time purging with a sustainable, eco-friendly mindset. So of course I did go on to buy some items from sustainable businesses, and from now on I just try to be really mindful about where I buy from and not buying too much. And honestly, like what, 8 months in? I don't know, I can't do math. What is May? What is May? So I will say, since implementing that mindset within my clothing wardrobe, I have shopped way less. I've thrifted way less. I would have gone so many times since May, but I really have not. So it's working by just keeping a somewhat minimalist mindset. It just makes you appreciate your possessions more if you have less. That was my journey, which kicked off the whole thing for me to then realize I needed to change my own business practices within my own jewelry company. And here I am today. And there's so many areas I need to work on. Obviously, we pretty much were just covering like clothing today because that's, again, what kind of started all this. I mean, there's food, household goods, toiletries, there's so much. And I really want to unpack that in another video and rate how I'm doing on a sustainability scale, because I'm definitely going to be not doing so hot in certain areas. Yeah, I'd love to do a video like that. Tell me if you guys would be interested in seeing that. Please feel free to like or dislike, whatever. This is, it's your decision. And subscribe. I'm trying to build my subscriber base and would love for you to join me on this journey. And I will see you next time.
In an effort to keep the content of Conjure Jewelry as original and homegrown as possible, some of my amazing artist friends lent their talents on this endeavor. The logo was hand-drawn by a visual artist. Most of the background music you will hear in these videos was written and recorded by musicians, and all of these artists' links are in the description, so please check them out. Thank you so much for watching.